Today, I talk to you about introversion. I became obsessed with this topic when I learned that I was an introvert. Since there are many people with this type of character, I think it may be an idea to go through very quickly where does it come from, the introversion, extroversion, how does it look like, and I show you a very interesting concept that I developed for you. Introversion becomes an issue in societies where the extroversion is the dominant nature. In societies where extroverts are dominant, they think, and the society thinks, that this is the standard approach. Therefore, the rest of us, the introverts, are considered irregular people. The others, not like us, they are somehow different from the majority. And the majority tries to explain why is it wrong. We know that nothing wrong with it, but we need to explain. In those societies where the majority are extroverts, they claim that those guys, the other ones, the introverts, sometimes shy, sometimes highly sensitive, sometimes they seem to have only one friend, a book, books. They are sometimes think too much of themselves. And in the most extreme situation, they may say that introverts are somehow socially disabled, handicapped. They lack the necessary skills that are expected from the society. This last approach originated from a historical view which said that extroverts and introverts are somehow hierarchical. Introverts lack the skills to be normal extroverts. So they position extroverts on top of introverts. And that's a funny thing, because that's not true. That was realized by Carl Gustav Jung, who said that let's turn it 90 degrees. And he said they are not below and above, but next to each other. Extroversion and introversion are the two extremes of a scale. And I'll show you how does it work, and here comes a little funny concept why introverts are seen in many societies as UFOs. As Jung said, extroversion and introversion are the two extremes of a scale. All of us are somewhere on this scale. The position usually is measured by a standard personality type index survey, which usually has 10 questions concerning this dimension of our personality, and based on this survey we can come up with either 60, 70, 80, whatever percentage introversion, and the rest is extroversion. That's a snapshot. If we measure ourselves with a different survey, with more questions, we may become somewhere here, 65% or 85%, whatever. It depends on our status when we respond to the survey, the number of questions, and many other factors. So, it's usually clear that we are not a point, a single point on this scale, but we usually are characterized by a range, an area where we feel comfortable. Wherever we are, whatever we do, we try to come back to this status, to this area, and that's why we call it the comfort zone. In this area, in this zone, we feel comfortable, and we come back to this usual status to have rest, to recharge our batteries. However, since this is the comfort zone, it means that we can step out of that. All of us have different capability to stretch out. We are flexible on a different level. When I was talking to my friends on this concept, they said that, Robbie, you are not an introvert. I'm sure that you are extrovert because I've seen many times you facilitating workshops, talking to many people. So I think you are closer to that end. And I realized that I have an elasticity, a capability to step out of my comfort zone, play the extrovert role, discover those opportunities there are in this range, and then, of course, I'm coming back to my comfort zone. And on the other hand, I can be very, very introverted. So there are three views of a person on these scales. The first one is the measurement point. The second one is the area or the comfort zone where we usually like to be. And the third view is the area where we reach out, and that represents our elasticity or flexibility. And those three characterize a person on this introversion-extroversion scale. Check it out. That's the reason why people may see us introverts as UFOs. How about that concept?